Hello, welcome to another video on the ongoing restoration of my 74 E-Type. I've had to take the rack out to replace a faulty seal that was slightly weeping. I just wanted to do a quick video on the installation of getting it back in. Now, it came out without having to remove any hoses or electrical connections or thing. I have dropped the hub off, but that was primarily just to give me better access to the pipes and everything in there. Now, when you come to fit it, you need to, when you fit it back in, slide it in over the top of the hose. Make sure that this is pointing down and that this track rod end is pushed right in, because if you don't, this rubber here will foul the top support arm and won't allow it to go in. You just have to bear with me a little bit. This is a little bit tricky. I hope you can see this. It's a little bit tight. Lift it up, and you've literally got about 3 mil, and there you go. Twist it round, and it's in position. Oh, that went well. I'm quite pleased with that. Just hang on a sec and I'll move the... Right, it's roughly in position now. And as you can see here, I've had to remove the horn, the anti-roll bar bush and support bracket. And this just gives you enough clearance to slide the rack in. What you got to do now is to connect up your steering shaft onto the spline and fit the bolt. Do that first before you bolt the rack up, and then it's just a case then of putting the bolts back in and setting the rack up and centralizing it, and then putting your sorting your steering wheel out a little bit later when it's central. So I'll go on and get that all bolted up now, and as I say, then I shall get back to finishing the job that I originally started, was correcting the ride height. But I'll show you that a little bit later. The rack's all in and finished. I've started the car and drove it in and out of the workshop and turned all the steering, and no leaks at all. So the only thing I can think of was that the washer that had a kink on the end was allowing the seal to twist slightly and to weep. Right, I finished adjusting the ride height. It's just quite a simple procedure really. You just wind on the concentric cam, and then what I do, I just got a piece of wood, 5 3/4 inches, which is the recommended height, plus or minus 1/4 inch. Adjust each side, back the car out, drive it back in, and then I just offer the piece of wood up to the bottom of the wishbone carrier to the floor, and now it's exactly right. And I must say the car looks better. It sits more level on the ground and is better all round. I did make a mistake when I originally set it up. I had the rod, the metal rod that you fit to the top of the wishbone and your top shock absorber mount. I believe it's 27 3/4 or something in old money. Set all that up, connected all the torsion bars up to the right spec, bolted it all up, and the car was sitting low, and even with the concentric things cranked right up, it was still low. So I went back to have a look at the book, and like a fool, I hadn't read the instructions properly. The change of chassis number at the end of 73, you got to have a special Jaguar tool. You set up your spacer bar, and then you attach the tool and wind it on 2 teeth before you screw the bracket back on. Of course I didn't do that, so it was reading low. So anyway, I stripped bottom wishbones right off, reset the torsion bars, set the concentric cams to 0, bolted it up, back the car in and out, and hey presto, it sits exactly at the correct ride height. So a little bit of extra work, but I suppose the moral is check the manual and read it properly. Anyway, that's all looking okay now, so I'll finish this video and I'll move on to the next little job. As usual, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.